Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Clickty Klack podcast. I'm your host Ori, and in this episode, we're gonna be talking about my favorite topics of all time: nail enhancements. This goes for acrylic, gel nails, poly gel. We're gonna talk about all that, and specifically, we're gonna really get in deep with the acrylic nails. Okay, like it's so much stuff with the acrylics that I want y'all to know that I know is not being taught. So that might be the last thing I talk about. I'm gonna switch it up, okay? So gels. I know y'all know what gels is. So you got the gel polish, and you got the gel, like actually hard gel. So this is like gel. It's for people who really don't get or don't that's not into the nail enhancements like the fake nails and all that other stuff. It's basically like, okay, we're gonna talk about the first thing, hard gels. Okay, so you got your builder gel and you got your hard gel. So basically it's lighter than acrylic and these are cured. Like that's it. That's it. No top coat, no none of that. You just put the gel coat down, bow bow bow. That's it. Cured in the LV lamp, one of the UV lamps. Not LED, well LED, not the UV, but uses. So the LEDs are becoming more popular because they're trying to say like the UV, which is ultraviolet rays, are becoming like hazardous to people's skin. Yeah, it's radiation. So this is the LED lamp. This is one of my original ones. I need to wipe it off. It's my Kiara Sky. So when you get a builder gel or a hard gel, this is what it gets cured in, is a lamp. Okay. So, since I have it available, this is gel polish. Two different things. Now, this is applied with your base coat. This is my Madam Glam. And you put the color. Then you put the top coat. Way different from your builder gels, your hard gels, okay? So, they're both flexible. It's just the gel polish, you can easily pick them off for real. Now, builder gel, hard gel, the only way you can really get them off if you soak them off with acetone or this. Your drill, your e-file. Yeah, and if they're not properly taken off, as far as like the hard gel, you can damage your nails. Like, you really can damage your nails. Like, yeah, I per se do not know a lot of people that do the builder gels, which I have seen people do it, but I'm not. Listen, y'all know I'm an acrylic girl, acrylic all the way. But I don't even like using gel polish when I do nails, like for real, like because it chips. Like if you ever had like a French tip. Like if you look on it, you're usually the ones that always like sheds away when you do like polish is your thumbs. You feel me? Because you're always using your thumbs for something. I'm not particular of painting the whole nail with gel polish because, for one, like I said, now with the gel polish, you have to use your e-file. Like you have to, and I don't like it. Like because you're filing away the gel polish and some of the acrylic. Like, I mean, there's people that use it. I don't get me wrong, but I per se don't like painting the whole nail with gel polish because I don't like to like do a design, half the nail French tip, whatever, freestyle, yeah. But me painting the whole nail with the gel polish, gel nails, they're more for people who are, I want to say highly active, but can't you get the length? You know what I mean? Like doctors, receptionists. People that they're flexible, you know what I mean? They're flexible. People who like, doctors that all constantly wash their hands. You don't have to worry about that peeling. This is with the hard gels, not in the builder gels. And then just like with the builder gel, you apply it with a brush, and you just like move it in a motion style gel. But like I said, some people prefer because it cuts less time at the salon. It's durable, just like acrylics, but it's flexible. You don't have to worry about, hitting your hands, you know what I mean? Like, but regardless of, like, any enhancements or anything, you have risk of hurting like, your actual natural nails underneath. Like, you don't do the steps like you're supposed to. I know I didn't see people try to take them off. I didn't see people, like, even with the nails, they didn't rip. I do it myself too, so I can't even, but don't do that. Soak them off. If you, like I said, we're gonna get to the acrylic, because I can't even say too much I want to say, but we're gonna get to the acrylic part. So, like I said, we're gonna talk about acrylic glass. It was gonna be the first thing, but then I'm like, as I'm doing the research and I'm putting stuff together, it's some stuff that I really want y'all to know, so I'm putting it towards the end. Now, polygel. I know if y'all know, maybe I want to say the first episode I talk about how I went to nail school and my teacher only taught, like she only did polygel and I wanted to learn acrylic, so did everybody else. Like polygel is a hybrid. It's a mixture between acrylic and a gel. It's not like, not saying a mixture, but it's like, okay, so if acrylic and gel, hybrid gel, builder gel had a baby, it would be polygel. Polygel is durable, but like I said, with the polygel, you really, really got to be patient with that, because that is harder than acrylic. Like, it really is. Like, I tried builder gel, it's just, then I seen it, like, okay, so when I was in school, they tried to do it with the forms. Like, it's like the little plastic things you put on top. Mine's always had bubbles. Like, I didn't see people do it flawlessly. Me, like I said, everything ain't for everybody. But polygel, I'm not a fan of polygel at all. I do not like polygel. I'm not a fan. There's people who only do polygel nails. It's like there's people who only do gelettes. I'm not a fan of either one, because it's just too much that goes into it. Like, too much. Like I said, I like acrylic. Acrylic is way faster than gel-X and polygel put together. Like, quick. Like, maybe because my speed, I could do maybe a long set of nails, long set, and let's say just from the prep to applying the tips to applying acrylic and shaping, less than 45 minutes. Polygel, that's like a 2 hour process. I ain't got to do. I ain't got to do. Like, watching it, to show y'all the steps of the polygel. I'm not here for it. I'm not a fan. So polygel, they, like I said, they made with a formula that is like the strength of acrylic and then the flexibility of gel. You know what I mean? So it's lightweight, odorless, and less dusty. Now, if y'all know, y'all did nails, or y'all been to a nail chop shop, I call them chop shops. It's a lot of acrylic dust. And when you constantly breathe that in, if you don't wear a mask and you don't have proper ventilation, it can get into your lungs. And just like dust, or, I mean, like smoke or anything else, like constantly breathing that in, it could cause damage to your lungs. So that's why people usually go with that polygel route, because you really don't have to use your e-file. Like, if you, like I said, don't get me wrong, I've seen the process of it, but I'm not a fan. Like, I've tried. Hey, listen, and my teacher told me, like, some people will like it, some people don't. I don't like it at all. Don't. So, if you want the durability of something on in your hands, and you don't like acrylic, you don't like the smell of acrylic, like I said, we're gonna get this. Is gonna be the last thing we talk about. Polygel is the way to go. Like I said, polygel, gel-X, builder gel, all that gel, gel polish. It's all good. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's different types of enhancements that you can put on your nails. That's it. But just like polygel, nope. Not at all. Not a fan. Oh, you could pay me to do polygel. I see how I look at it. My teacher tried to teach me. I was like I told you, I bought the kit and I threw it away. I'm cool. I can't do it. No. Now, remember when I said I was going to come back to the acrylic? I'm going to come back to the acrylic. Acrylic is the OG, the classic. Everybody knows. Well, if you watched my first podcast, that acrylic was the first one to start 1974. Oh, I'm gonna go back and check, make sure I fact check my first podcast. But acrylic, Clickty, Klack. Now, acrylic is made from mixing liquid monomer and a powdered polymer to create the hard, durable, natural nails enhancement. You want to say so? There's people that do acrylic overlay, so that can be natural. Also, you could just apply it on your nails. Some people do it to start the nails, or some people get acrylic nail tips. Is where you apply the nail tip onto your natural nails with the glue. and then apply the acrylic with the monomer. Some people love it. You know me. I always tell you I love it. I love acrylic. I'm so used to it. Some people do not. Acrylic has been around for years. You know, it started being popular in the 1980s and the 1990s. And then, it's still popular now. Some people do not love acrylic because, for one, they just think that, like, you get long nails, you don't have to get acrylic overlay. I done did short nails. People, like baby nails. You feel me? And it's the smell. So let's get into the smell, which is called the monomer. Okay. Now this is why I say this for last, because some people don't mind getting acrylics, but the reason why they don't is because of the smell. I know y'all been into the chop shops or perhaps some other nail techs, and that smell is strong. Even if you sitting in the chop shops for 30 minutes to an hour, that smell is strong. You don't know why? So, like I said in my previous podcast, my first episode, I said we're gonna eventually get into the acrylic and the monomer. You know what I mean? So this is why. So you know how I always said that acrylics started with the dentures? We talked about that in my first episode. If you haven't seen it, let's go back and watch it, and you know the history of the nails. The stuff they use, the so strong smell that you smell when you go sit and wait to get your feet done and your nails done. That's the MMA. Now, I got my little thing where I could tell y'all the name of it, the correct name. Methylacrylic. So I will put the name down here. That is not certified by the FDA. That is why when you go in there and you smell that strong smell. Have you ever got your nails done and you wonder why it start itching? I know y'all had it. Start itching. It may start burning. You notice rashes, swelling around your cuticles. It hurts to touch. That's the MMA. They're not supposed to use that. That's why it's so strong in the chop shops. That's why I said I was gonna save this for last. The correct monomer to use is EMA. It's totally safe. Totally safe. The reason why the chop shops use it, I believe I want to say a gallon of MMA, because I go to the nail stores. It's like $50. The EMA, 125. Think about that. They use it because, for one, it adheres. So if you've been to the chop shops, those nails stay on forever. They put one coat on. I don't know how they do it now, but back in the day, you used to put one coat on. The color, the acrylic, the design. That's because they use MMA. That is for dentures, which is why I started with the first episode of the history of nails. That causes cancer. Most people are not knowledgeable of that. That's why I started this podcast, so I can get y'all hits. But yeah, let me tell you what it says. It causes severe nail damage. So y'all ever, and I know people have said it to me, I'm just going to let my nail breathe. Honey, you don't need to let, I went to nail school. Nails do not have lungs. You need a new nail tech. Have you ever took your nails off when you went to the chop shop? It looked like it's shredded. That's an MMA. I'm just the messenger. I'm telling you the 100% gutter truth. I tell y'all, I will always tell y'all that. That's the MMA. It causes severe nail damage, but not limited to permanent nail damage, deformities, increased risk of nail damage and infection. I used to get my nails done 15 years before I started doing nails. Every time I got my nails done, it would be so swollen and puffy. I didn't have people come to me and tell me it's not gonna hurt, is it? I'm like, what do you mean hurt? I have a YouTube channel where I show the most correct way that I've learned over the years on how to do nails. I use the sanding band, which but that's the last thing. That's the buff out so you can get off the shine. 2 seconds each nail. Pop out, pop out, pop out. Them, they create a ring of fire. I know y'all been. Let me see what I'm talking about. They put it and it start burning. The ring of fire. I'm just trying to make y'all educated. I just don't want y'all to get y'all nails messed up. You feel me? Keep it 100. I'm knowledgeable, and I know there's some people out there that can really vouch for me because it's cheaper and it adheres more strongly to the nail and safer alternatives. That's why they use it. I told y'all. The bottle is no more than $60 and it's for like a gallon. You feel me? And I've seen it for myself. I get EMA. My smell is 80% less than what you go in there into the chop shops. Like as soon as you open, I know y'all, some people have been out there that been into the not chop shop as soon as they open. That smell is, I'm telling you, my stuff is like 80%. Well, it's probably over exaggerating. 75%. Like I'm telling y'all, like your nails burn. You feel me? It's puffy around the cuticle area. Ever since I've been doing nails since I started school. I told you I looked at YouTube and watched. I seen what they I researched what they because they linked their products in the YouTube video. So I looked what it was, went to go purchase it on Amazon. I have my own Amazon creator link. Like I have all that just to show people like you feel me? Like you can do your own nails. I'll teach you how to do your own nails on my YouTube channel. When you go, you could find somebody that's educated like me and get your nails done. You like, if you in Columbus, Ohio, hey, I'm your girl. Holla at me. This kid give me a try. But my nails used to be so puffy and it used to have like bubbles around it. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put the difference. You feel me? And on top of that, like I said, it causes cancer. Like, quit playing. That's why I said like this lamp is the LED. They don't. They put it out there that UV, which is ultraviolet, we know that. You feel me? Is harmful to the nails because that's what they use. Mine is LED. LED is like battery. You feel me? Like I just want y'all to know. I just want y'all to know. Most of the new nail techs, like we know the difference from experience and knowledge. Like that's why I want to do this podcast because there's people that don't know that. Like, but that's why I say this class because it's so in depth that I wasn't probably gonna get to the other one. I could just put this whole podcast on acrylics and MMA. Like, but I just want y'all to know, like, there's nail techs out there that you ain't. I mean, to each his own. If you want to go out there, all that, but ask them. Listen, my mom always be like, "Don't say my name," but my mom, we went to this place, like Ohio thrift place, like they have like stuff that's donated, but it's like nice. It's nice stuff. You know, I mean, there's nothing trashy or nothing. So first time we went, I went by myself. But second time I went with both my mom. First time, like we seen a girl, and she was like, complimenting my nails. She's in my mom's nails. She was like, "Oh, let me go get my friend." Went to the back and get her friend. Her friend had long curve. Like y'all know I like the curve. I could not tell what shape it was. Like with mine's is square. You know what I mean? I had a curve. Y'all know when my videos I had a I look. I said, "Let me see your hand." She was like, "Yeah, cause the girl told me, my mom beforehand, like, yeah, she go across the street, da da da." I'm like, "Oh, for real?" Which it is, and a chop shop across the street. You feel me? I call them chop shop because they be chopping. Listen, this is why I did my podcast because I know from experience, plus I see. You feel me? So I'm like, oh, so she come out. I'm like, "Let me see your nails." You feel me? It was long. Like I promise, it was like this long, like curved like my baby. I turned them over. They was brown, browner than no, no lie, browner than me. They used MMA. Her nails were so badly damaged. And I know y'all done seen a lot of videos on Facebook where people took off people's nails, especially that lady who had the long nails and she was salty because they just kept putting acrylic on top of her. Her nails are so brown. Listen, anybody that they got their nails done, I mean, they can vouch for me. When they take their nails off, a white nail is a healthy nail. No lie. Go look it up. I promise. A white nail, like close to the water color, what on your nail, is a healthy nail. I ain't gonna lie to you. I promise. Her nails were brown. I was like, I don't know me. I'm like, I'm vocal. Like now, I'm vocal. Like I'm like, you want your nails like that? She was like, yeah. Like me and my mom both said, I was like, oh yeah. I just when she walked to the back, I'm like, oh yeah. I gave her my info, and she's like, yeah, give me your number, baby. You have to soak them off. Now we had to start over because she had a little bit of. It probably was like maybe shorter than maybe short like this, her natural nails, and then she had the long ones. Baby, you have to cut them down to nitty gritty, and I would just have to get you a gel manicure so they grow correctly because they was like I said, I had a family member. This is from my second episode. When she wanted me to do her nails, because I did them for her birthday. That's the only time she came. When I told you this is a supportive, unsupportive, family member, whatever. She sat down in my chair. Mind you, I do not like working over anybody else's nails because, for one, they don't use the same products I use. For two, you just never know what you want to get. It's like putting your hand in a box with your eyes closed. You feel me? Like you never know. So I'm like, oh, I'm doing because I was excited she wanted me to do them, but of course they was free. You feel me? Um, her one, I want to say either her pinky or index was like brown, and I'm like, do you want me to take it off? Because I could, soak it off and then give you another one. Then, cause follow, how you want to shape it, then present on. No, cause I want to say 3 days later, she texted me from the nail salon like we supposed to go out that day. It's mine is around her birthday. She showed me a picture of her nail, and I'm like, why? I told you should let me soak it off. Brown, I tell you, browner than me. I promise. I promise. So I'm like, it's not supposed to look like that. I said that's why I wanted to soak it off because I could, I could have saved it, whatever. Baby, I said, ask them why it look like that. Nope, no lie. Give you the 100% honest, gutter truth. She said it was dead. It's not supposed to be brown, baby. No, who said that? Like, I know people have a strong melanin, but still, I don't see people who dark and they have not their nails not dark. You know what I mean? But to get back, you can not. This is not to deter you from going to the chop shop, but at least ask. You feel me? If they say, "Oh, I use this," get up. Like your health is not worth risking to get these acrylic nails when it's bomb. Hell, with a self-taught nail techs I want to call, but I got my license. I don't know what to call us, but I work on my basement. My everything is like salon. Like it's better than when I had my own building in a shop. You feel me? Like my own shop in the building. You feel me? But all you do is ask, and there's some that do, and some that don't. But yeah. And then one more thing I want to say, y'all gotta stop. And what I be seeing, tell you in the nail groups, if somebody if you go to chop shops and they put the 10, they start with the tips, and they start one nail and they don't look correctly. Get up. Don't wait until they do all 10 nails and then leave and pay them and then complain about it. Baby, that's your money. That's your money. That's your money. You better make sure they do it right. You feel me? I tell you, I'm in these nail groups, baby. They start one nail. If they can't fix that correctly, hit the door. I'll pay you $10 for this. Just put the tips off, I can rip it off. Better playing. But I'll see y'all later. Thank you for tuning in. This is Clickty Klack, and I'll see you back.